What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Fireside Giants. I'm your host, Anthony Rivardo, and today, breaking down the film from Jaxson Dart's spectacular debut in week one of the preseason. Broke down Abdul Carter's film in yesterday's episode, so make sure to go check back on the channel and see that. We're going to go ahead and dive in on this film right away here with Jaxson Dart's touchdown pass to Lil Jordan Humphrey. 28-yard touchdown pass, pressure in his face, doesn't bother him, fires a strike down the left sideline, perfectly placed football for his first career touchdown. And from this angle, there's one small detail that I want to focus in on before we break down the X's and O's. And this has been pointed out by a couple of film analysts already. Shout out to Chase Daniel as well. And also big shout out to Nick Filato on Twitter and Jacob Gibbs on Twitter for posting a lot of this film that I compiled here. But if you watch closely, Jaxson Dart, take a look at what he does prior to calling for the snap. You'll see him turn his head out to the left, make direct eye contact with his wide receiver, Lil Jordan Humphrey, and watch his hand here. A little signal to Lil Jordan Humphrey checking to the go ball. So that's one of the big takeaways on this play. Jaxson Dart not only delivered the touchdown pass, but created the route to get the touchdown pass set up. So this was one of the things that we heard a lot about prior to the NFL draft with Jaxson Dart was he didn't know how to go through his processing pre-snap and post-snap. Didn't do much of that at all at Ole Miss. But this play right here feels like a testament to the Giants' belief that just because he wasn't asked to do those things doesn't mean that he couldn't do those things. He's a very smart quarterback, has the capability, now just needs the coaching and needs the autonomy to do these things at the line of scrimmage. And this is something that you really love to see from a rookie making their debut, reading the coverage and making the decision to check into a play and delivering a strike for a touchdown. So what did he see here that made him check into that? Well, he's got a single high safety. He's got one-on-one coverage on the outside. This is press coverage. Easier to beat press coverage with a go ball versus off coverage here. Go ball probably would not be able to break as open unless you want to throw it back shoulder. But you got one-on-one coverage here. You know that this safety, probably from watching film, does not have the speed to get over to the sideline. By the way, guys, this safety here is DeMar Hamlin. That's a starting safety for the Buffalo Bills. Made 14 starts for them last year. Jaxson Dart recognizing the single high, knowing he's got outside one-on-ones, and looking at the press coverage here, knowing that he's got some speed and some size on Lil Jordan Humphrey on the outside, checks to the go ball, knowing that the safety will not be able to rotate in time if he delivers a perfectly placed football. Now, the other thing to make note of here, it's a quick win on the defensive interior against Giants backup right guard Jake Kubas, but pressure in his face, still relatively clean in the pocket. Outside of this incoming rusher, Jaxson Dart steps into this throw and layers it perfectly over the top. He doesn't need to hold the safety with his eyes, look him off, or anything like that. He just needs to go ahead and beat him with his arm, and that's exactly what he does. Throwing this ball with plenty of velocity right over the defender. Touchdown throw and a hell of a play from Jaxson Dart in his preseason debut. Now, this next play, not nearly as big, splashy, or flashy, but we've got a nice little maneuver from Jaxson Dart here that I wanted to highlight. Quick play action and looking to get this pass off to the tight end, number 89, Greg Dulcich here. Pressure in his face, makes a man miss, remains calm and poised under pressure, and delivers the football. Just one of the things that I want to highlight here. It's going to come up a couple of times on this film. You're going to see Jaxson Dart play with a lot of poise, and that's the number one thing I wanted to see from him in his debut. Is he calm under pressure? I think this is a great play to exemplify that. You know, the play pretty much breaks down here. The linebacker does a great job reading this, crashing on the quarterback rather than taking the tight end. Lesser quarterbacks take a sack here. You guys know you've seen that plenty over the last several years. But Jaxson Dart able to make a man miss, remain calm, and deliver a pass for a short gain. Now, another thing, this is not a ton to break down on this play. It's just a quick slip screen here to Dante Miller. But I just want to highlight once again, pressure in his face. Jaxson Dart really is unfazed. Takes another shot here, thrown to the ground by this incoming blitzer, but still gets the pass off. And it creates a pretty big gain. The film cut off there, but Dante Miller went for a first down and then some. And then, again, not a ton to break down on this one. Just another slip screen here to Dante Miller, but similar to the last one, under pressure, remaining calm. And this time around, the linebacker reads the slip screen. If you see here, linebacker, instead of crashing down on Dart, retreats back to try and cover Dante Miller here. And Jaxson Dart sees this. And so instead of just firing it into the linebacker, he actually puts a lot of touch on this pass and allows Dante Miller to run underneath it. That play looks dead. If you look at it from right here, this play looks like it's dead on arrival, and this is going to have to be thrown into the ground for an incompletion. Live to see another down. But Dart here puts the touch on this pass to lead Dante Miller upfield and make something out of nothing. Really like that one. Now, here's another play that I really like from Jaxson Dart, showing off his legs, his mobility. He really is an underrated athlete. I do think his legs can be a weapon in the Giants offense. The play breaks down here off of the play action pass. Not his first read, second read, and third read are all covered. So he's going to be reading high to low here. This is going to be the first read, but double teamed. The next read will be this in breaker, but there's great coverage from the linebacker to cut that off. And then it'll be to the flat here to Turbo Miller. But again, man coverage has that one cut off. Now, there is a two-man route concept over here on the other side, and there is one-on-one coverage here with this outside receiver and this safety. The play breaks down a little too fast for Jaxson Dart to get to that read. That would be like his final read here. 1, 2, 3. This would probably be 4 and then 5, unless he's reading high-low. Then this would be 4. The safety doesn't necessarily travel with the receiver, but that's because the safety is watching into the backfield and can see that the play is being broken down and Jaxson Dart's going to have to scramble. But if he were to keep his eyes up here a little bit longer, you would see as he retreats, steps back, if he were to have reset, maybe there's a chance he could fire that thing really deep, but I don't really think that's realistic. I think more importantly, what you want to focus on this play is just his ability to remain calm with this pressure in his face, falling to his feet, stepping back, making a nice juke move in the back of the pocket, putting his hand in the dirt, keep himself from slipping and falling, and then just finding a way to get upfield, make a man miss as well. Would like to see him slide here. This is a little bit of an unnecessary hit to take. Right here, I feel like he's got some pretty good cushion to slide into. Just go ahead, take your yards, and get down, protect your body. Instead, he does fall forward and take what I think is a pretty unnecessary hit. But again, I just love his ability to escape in this really messy pocket. Play really breaks down for him here. 2 hands on the football, if you could see that as well, making sure that he's keeping that thing secure and safe, checking each way, making sure that he's got an attack angle, realizes that he's not escaping to the outside, step back. All of a sudden, the small crease opens up here between the center and the guard. Let's go ahead and run through it, take what we can, and pick up this first down, and then some about a 20-yard throw or 20-yard run. But yeah, like I said, I know that some people on social media saw this deep ball potentially. I think the safety is sitting on this. Even if Dart were to bomb this thing, I think that safety is probably going to have enough makeup speed to get there. That would have to be an egregiously long throw, but a really incredible play from Jaxson Dart nevertheless here. Now on this next play, what you're going to see is another deep shot taken here from Jaxson Dart. This one's going to fall incomplete, but I wanted to highlight something. Once again, I really like his vision pre-snap here to recognize, again, single high safety. You've got press coverage. They're going to jam, but you're going to get a one-on-one on the outside. If you're able to put this ball on the money, you could definitely get a big chunk play here. Now, it's a pretty loaded box here from 7-man box here from the Buffalo Bills defense, and it kind of looks like they might be showing some pressure. But as this play unwinds, it's just a 4-man rush. He's got all day in the pocket. And again, this ball falls incomplete, but if you check it from the other angle, it's actually a really well-placed football that hits the receiver in the hands. A better receiver makes this grab. You know, if you're throwing to a Malik Neighbors, that's probably a catch and a big gain, but just really incredible accuracy downfield on this one. And again, I like the touch that he has on this pass to make a very catchable football. You see, kind of leaves it hanging up there, throws it back shoulder. Just wanted to highlight that that was a good throw and honestly should have been caught. This is another one that was dropped in the game. He had a 12 of 19 passing day, but he had 2 big drops. The first one being that chunk play, second one being this on a 4th down to the line to gain. Love the aggression and love the anticipation. This is the line to gain, of course. And Jaxson Dart throwing this thing just as the receiver is turning around. The ball is already in the air. This is an anticipatory throw. Noticing right here, before he's even turned around, this ball is coming out, hits him in the chest. That should have been caught for a first down. But I really love the anticipation. That's what I'm really keying in on here. Now, this time you've got two deep safeties, 1-2, but you still have that press coverage on the outside and in the slot. Looks like it's just going to be a cover 2 man here. And I think that is, in fact, what they get. Yep. And knowing that he's got just this little basically hook and sit route at the sticks, call it a sticks route here. Jaxson Dart throwing with that anticipation as the receiver is turning around to give him an opportunity to make a first down, but it's a drop from Montrell Washington. Got to hold on to those. Now, another great play here from Jaxson Dart. I keep mentioning the poise and pocket presence, and I think that shows up again here. The right tackle gets walked back pretty bad on this one. This is a great power rush here from this edge rusher of the Buffalo Bills to just walk this right tackle into the lap of Jaxson Dart. But what I like, you don't really see any panic from him. You see him sense it. He can sense that that rusher is getting close, and he just scoots to the left, steps up into the pocket, and delivers a strike across the middle of the field. This time he's facing zone coverage here, not facing that man coverage. It's still pre-snap. They're kind of showing a little bit of cover 2 with these two deep safeties. They're going to rotate. This guy's going to creep down. It's going to drop here, and it's going to turn into a disguise cover 3 zone coverage here, where you're going to have this defender take the sideline and flat. This is going to be a deep third, and deep third. So it's going to be a cover 3. But in the cover 3, this receiver right here is going to hold this linebacker while this linebacker holds into the middle of the field, and that's his zone. But as this receiver crosses over with this linebacker held by this tight end, you're going to have a nice window to throw into there if you're Jaxson Dart. He reads that, recognizes that, steps up into the pocket, and layers this one through that window. It's a really impressive throw. It's a good read. Like I said, you see the window open up before the receiver's even in the window. He's actually still behind this linebacker, but Dart is throwing right down the middle for the receiver to run into it. And that's anticipation. And this ability to maneuver in this pocket, it's messy. You've got a guy on the ground here. You've got a guy barreling down on you right here. Some quarterbacks would take this check down knowing that they have it against the cover 3. Not Jaxson Dart. He's going to fire this one into the middle of the field through this window and let his receiver run into it for a secure catch and a first down on a 2nd and 15. So again, just watching how he's in the pocket on this angle, maneuvering, keeping his feet bouncing, set, fire, and throw. It's a really, really great job with his footwork, keeping his body connected, his upper half and his lower half connected here, and making sure that he's got the ability to put all of that mustard on that ball and deliver it for a first down. Now, last play we'll watch here. This one's going to be another layered throw over the defense. You're going to have a bit of a 3-man route concept here. Reading this one from high to low, Jaxson Dart is. So you're going to see basically you've got a deep corner route here. You've got a deep out route here, and you've got a flat route here. This is a flood concept where you're flooding one sideline of the field. Again, reading high to low, you're going to see a little bit of a double team. So that's going to take this route away. And then it's going to become a bit of a smash concept, essentially, where you've got an over and you've got an under, and you're reading, basically putting all of the pressure on this one defender. If he crashes down, you're taking the over. If he drifts back, you're going to take that check down into the flat. But as you let this play run through, you see as soon as that defender starts to push down and crash on this tight end in the flat, Jaxson Dart layers this football, good touch right over him into this zone coverage pocket here, right into that window, and drops it for another first down. A really good throw, really great job to read the field at all 3 levels on this play. Just a very impressive throw with anticipation and with touch and accuracy from Jaxson Dart. So that's pretty much going to wrap up the film breakdown on these key plays from Jaxson Dart's debut. I was really impressed with everything that I saw from Jaxson Dart. He had pocket presence, he had mobility, he had accuracy, and he had decisiveness and aggression. So really loved what I saw. Excited to see more from him and excited to do more of these film breakdowns right here on Fireside Giants. Drop your feedback for me down below in the comment section. How do you think Jaxson Dart performed? Was there something that you think he could have improved on? Or did you just walk away totally impressed with the rookie's debut? Really excited about this season. Really excited for more film breakdowns. So stay tuned to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. And Let's go, New York Football Giants.
Perfect.